It wasn't my first time on the Cedar Hollow Trail. That's important. I had walked it in spring, when the ground was soft and green, in late summer, when cicadas screamed from the treetops, and once in early autumn, when the leaves turned the entire path into a long copper corridor. It was a moderate trail, 7 miles out and back, clearly marked, well documented on park maps. Predictable. Safe. That morning, the ranger station had been quiet. A laminated poster near the entrance reminded hikers to stay on marked paths. Another displayed photographs of smiling families beneath bold letters. Know your route. I did. I signed the logbook at 9:12 a.m. Clear skies, mild temperature, light wind, perfect conditions. The first 2 miles were exactly as I remembered. White blazes painted on the tree trunks every 100 yards. A narrow wooden bridge over a shallow creek. A fallen oak that had been there for years, its bark stripped silver by time. The forest had that soft, living hush to it, the kind that absorbs sound instead of echoing it. Even my footsteps felt polite. I kept a steady pace, breathing slow, measured. There's something meditative about hiking alone. The rhythm of your steps, the faint crunch of gravel, the distant call of a bird. At 10:03 a.m., I passed Marker 3. I checked my watch because I always do. 10 minutes later, I saw another blaze, but something about it made me slow down. The paint looked fresh, brighter than the others. I touched it, still slightly tacky. That was strange. Trail maintenance usually happened in spring, not late October. I shrugged it off, kept walking. About 20 minutes later, I noticed the terrain felt wrong. The trail had always curved gently east after Marker 4. I remembered it clearly because that's where the ground dipped slightly and the trees thinned. But now, the path sloped downward instead of curving. The trees felt closer together. The air heavier. I stopped, pulled out my phone. No service, of course, but the GPS map was downloaded offline. My little blue dot blinked calmly, confidently. It said I was exactly where I should be, on the Cedar Hollow Trail. I rotated slowly in place. Everything looked almost right. Familiar shapes, similar tree patterns, but like a room rearranged while you were gone. Subtle, disorienting. I continued forward. The forest grew quieter. No birds now, no wind, just the soft sound of my own breathing. In, out, in, out. That's when I noticed the carvings. At first I thought they were initials, normal trail graffiti. But the closer I looked, the less sense they made. Numbers, dates, stacked vertically into the bark of a pine tree. They were carved deeply, cleanly, the wood beneath pale and fresh. I stared at them for a long time. My breathing grew louder in my ears. Those years hadn't happened yet. I ran my fingers across the grooves. The cuts felt recent, deliberate. I took a step back. That's when I heard it. A whistle. High-pitched, short. The kind search and rescue teams use to signal location. 3 bursts, then silence. It came from somewhere deeper in the woods. Behind me? Ahead? It was hard to tell. I waited. Nothing. Then again. 3 sharp whistles. Closer this time. And faintly, so faintly, I almost dismissed it. My name. Carried in the same direction as the wind. I turned slowly. "Hello?" I called out. The word felt swallowed. No echo, no reply. My pulse ticked faster now. In, out, stay calm. I'd heard stories, hikers claiming they'd heard their names called in empty forests. Auditory hallucinations aren't uncommon in isolation. That's what I told myself. Still, I checked my surroundings carefully. The trail behind me didn't look the same. The fallen oak was gone, the underbrush thicker. I walked back 50 yards, then 100. No bridge, no dip in the ground, just an unbroken path stretching into trees that felt subtly unfamiliar. My GPS still insisted I was exactly where I had started. The whistle sounded again, longer this time, followed by my name, clearer. Daniel. It wasn't shouted. It was spoken, firm, confident, like someone who knew I would respond. I swallowed. My throat felt dry. Against my better judgment, I stepped off the trail, just slightly, toward the direction of the sound. The forest floor felt softer there, unmarked, as if no one had walked through in years. 30 steps in, I saw it. A backpack, propped carefully against a tree, mud-streaked, weathered. I recognized it instantly. It was mine. Same model, same tier, near the left strap, where I'd caught it on barbed wire 2 summers ago. But this one looked old, faded, the fabric bleached by time. I approached slowly, every breath measured. Inside the side pocket was a metal water bottle, dented, exactly where mine was dented. On the bottom, scratched faintly into the steel, were 2 words, "Log out." My hands trembled slightly as I opened the main compartment. Inside was a laminated trail map, folded the way I fold mine. The date written in the corner, October 17th, today's date. But the year was wrong. The whistle came again, right behind me. I spun around. No one, just trees. And then I noticed something else. The path I had stepped off from. It was gone. No visible trail. Just forest. Uniform. Endless. My phone buzzed. I flinched so hard I nearly dropped it. No service still. But my GPS dot had moved. It now blinked steadily at a location marked Search Area 17. The trail name was gone. The map zoomed out automatically, showing red grid lines, coordinates, annotations, small digital markers labeled last known location. There were dozens of them, all overlapping where I stood. The forest began to change subtly, the light dimming though it was barely noon, the air colder, and beneath it all, breathing, not mine, slow, measured, like someone standing very close behind me, matching my rhythm, in, out, in, out. I didn't turn around. I didn't want to confirm what I might see. Instead, I picked up the weathered backpack. It felt heavy, used, like it had been carried for miles. The whistle sounded once more, but this time it came from ahead of me, on the path that wasn't there, calling me forward, my name spoken calmly, encouragingly. Daniel! I took one step. The ground shifted beneath my foot, leaves crunching in a pattern I didn't recognize. Behind me, something stepped in unison, matching the distance, never overtaking, never falling behind, just close enough. The last thing I remember clearly is looking down at the GPS again. The blinking blue dot had split into 2. One stayed where I stood. The other began moving slowly away, deeper into the woods, as if I were already walking somewhere else. And then, 3 whistles, directly beside my ear, soft, patient, like someone marking a location, waiting to be found. The ranger station logbook still shows my name signed at 9:12 a.m. Clear skies, mild temperature, perfect conditions. Search teams say the trail was exactly as it's always been. No fresh carvings, no misplaced markers, no backpack. They insist the path never changes. But sometimes, late at night, when I close my eyes, I still hear the whistle, and I can feel the forest rearranging itself quietly around me, waiting for me to catch up.